Arf Arf gamers, if you follow my Twitter feed, you know that my previous channel was deleted for posting a picture I'm not proud of, but I want you to know that I am back and I'm going to be re-uploading everything that I posted on my last channel. Just bear with the changes. Anyway, let's get started with this Monster Hunter Rise demo. So to get started, my first issue was with the weapons. The first weapon that I started with was the Charge Blade. I really liked the way that it looked because it was this giant cleaver that looks like it really hurts, and here's why they call it the Charge Blade. Boom! So you can basically charge it up and just unleash some hurt. Very simple, nothing wrong with that. So let's try to find some monsters here. Probably should have edited these videos a little bit better. But you can kind of get a glimpse of the little map that they included here. You can collect these orbs, spirit orbs that give you buffs. They sound like birds when you hit them. So let's chop this guy. As you can see, 161, that's a lot of damage. And bam, his friend is out of here after he sees what happened. But here's the problem right here. When you're actually fighting a monster, oof. So I actually hit him, but he hit me too. So this weapon it's hard hitting, but it's so slow that you can't really do anything. You're just missing the monster constantly, or you're just trading hits like right there. So I'll try to hit him again. His son hits me. Gonna charge up and I'm already dead. Couldn't even charge it up. So I let my coworker know that I wasn't having a lot of fun with that, so he suggested playing the Sword and Shield. That was the weapon he started with when he first started playing Monster Hunter when it first came out. In, I don't know, whenever Monster Hunter World came out. As you can see, it's a lot faster. Doesn't look as cool. I like the armor, because she looks like a nun or a bride. But here you can see that I'm just bouncing off the monster constantly. I didn't get the video of me actually hitting the monster, but I promise I only hit him, what, maybe 5 times, and now my weapon is already dull. So you're either not able to hit them with a big weapon, or you're just going to be sharpening it constantly. Kind of stupid. And speaking of that monster that I was just hitting, any idiot knows that this is Rathalos, but for some reason, they couldn't be bothered to make Rathalos red. Like, that stupid movie that just came out, they even got that right. They got Rathalos' color was red. So even they did it right. So it's a little disconcerting. But back on the subject of, like, the things that you can collect in this game, there's a huge problem. Like, all you can collect are those little orbs, like that I collected in the beginning, that sound like birds. You can collect those for, like, stat buffs. You can collect, these wire bugs. You can, like, jump around the map and stuff. But, for example, let's say you run out of whetstones, you can't collect anything to help sharpen your weapon anymore. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff missing in this demo, but moving on. So, taking a look at this image, there's a lot of problems. Number one is, if you look in the bottom right corner, it says, tries remaining 23. And that's how many tries you have left to play this demo. Now, excuse me, I understand that this is just a demo, so they're not going to give you unlimited play or whatever, but I'm just really hoping when they release, like, the final game, they're going to bump up that number to, like, 100 or 200 games before the cartridge runs out. Or they could maybe have, like, a monthly subscription service for, like, unlimited games, something like that. But that's just kind of my little pet peeve. So looking at the top left corner of the screen is the next issue. As you can see, it says Slay a Midazuna. The image of the monster that you see when you select this is a monster from Monster Hunter Ultimate Generation, which a lot of my friends have played, but I never got around to playing. And this was a lot of their like favorite monster. And the monster name in that game was I should have asked them before I made this video, but I believe it had like, it had a different name, but for whatever reason they left the Japanese name version, I guess, in this game. They forgot to translate it, whatever, but essentially Midazuna, assuming my Japanese hasn't failed me, means water monster. It would have been cool to actually see, since this game is going to nab like a lot of fans of the original series, it would have been awesome to kind of see them, put a little more effort into that. The next mistranslation, as you've been seeing on the screen, is a monster hunter holding a giant guitar, or bass guitar. But for whatever reason, they translated this as the hunting horn. But this is clearly not a horn. Not a big deal. But just a peeve again, The next problem, I want you to listen to the voices here.
散れ花のごとく帰るとするか里に戻るわ
So basically what you heard is what everybody knows as the Monster Hunter gibberish, or I guess what Capcom calls the Monster Hunter language. And while I thought it sounded good, it just sounded like they're trying too hard to make it sound like an actual language. I don't know if they kind of want to join like the ranks of like, those people that speak, Elvish and Klingon and stuff. So it was a little like, it's a little try-hardy. So, I don't know. But that kind of wraps up my... I mean, I have some more issues with the game. I'm still gonna buy it, but I just hope like a lot of this stuff kind of gets addressed before it gets released. In any case, arf gamers, I am out.